Okay. Please can you tell us how, after you, so for your first project, you obviously raise the money, how you keep the buzz going after you've funded your project, when you're funding it, so they're exciting.
Yeah.
Once you've got money, how do you keep people excited and interested?
I think it's to do with your crowdfunding deadline actually, because I mean, in our case, I would argue in a case of ours where we've crowdfunded our theatre project, it's a lot easier for us to actually keep that momentum going because we end up putting on a show, and we set the deadline basically normally a few days before the start of it, which is a bit risky because that means that we won't necessarily raise all the money that we need to even put on the show, but we go on the assumption that we'll hopefully kind of raise the money in time. But that's quite easy because then they get to, we get to say thank you for crowdfunding us, see the show, this Wednesday, or the show's running for 2 weeks now. That's pretty easy. So it's kind of giving people something to kind of physically see and do. But then I think if you're going to look at it from a more broader perspective, it's actually not just saying, oh, we've been funded, thank you very much. It's kind of actually keeping people engaged with where that money has gone. So you get to, in our case, we would have showed pictures of set or costume or whatever. But I guess in a broader aspect, just finding areas of your project that people can physically see. Because you have your list of crowdfunders that you can email all of them at once if you wanted to, and it's just emailing them saying this is what your money's gone towards, or this is what we're up to, or here's a picture of this, or here's a sneak preview, or even surprising them by saying, look, we've got an event in a couple of weeks, or we've got a meeting in a couple of weeks, why not come along? Again, giving yourself that personality and making it a lot more personal. I think that's a great way to keep people engaged after a project has been crowdfunded.